Well, I got a short little quick video here I want to do for you, and it's kind of a, what would you call it, a shop rant. So let's take a look at what I'm complaining and aggravated about on a small little item that you see from time to time. Let's take a look. So I want to make a public service announcement about quality Wilton vises, which I picked this nice big one up. It was either listed on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, but I picked it up a few weeks ago. It's in excellent condition, but like a lot of swivel-based vises, handles are often bent on these things, and that's what I want to talk to you about. On the better quality Wilton vises, there is absolutely no reason whatsoever. Let me make a point of that. And let me emphasize, you should never, ever, ever have to bend these handles to tighten up on the base. I'm going to show you this vise, and I'm going to show you another mid-range quality Wilton vise I have in the shop. And then we'll show you a cheap quality big box store Wilton vise, and you'll see the difference and see why I'm begging and pleading and imploring that you do not bend these handles, because there's no reason to, at least on the better quality Wiltons. This one was already bent, and I'm almost thinking this was cross-threaded back onto here because it's a little bit loose that way, but it is locked up tight. It was already bent. I put a little cheater pipe on here and it just bent a little bit more, so I stopped. I'm going to have to make an adapter to go over this to capture both sides of this thing, I think, to get it loosened up. The other side is also locked down tight. It's also bent a little bit. But let me show you why you do not ever need to bend these freaking handles on the good quality Wilton vises. Take the time in your shop to look at your swivel vises, whether it's a Wilton or not. Get this heavy thing tilted over. Make sure you can see that in the frame. Yeah. So if you look underneath here, you've got this adapter mounted with these carriage bolt type connectors here, and this rotates around, but you've got this toothed gear looking outer ring out here, and the outside of this adapter engages those teeth. It does that on this better quality Wilton. I've looked, and I'll show you on the mid-range Wilton, which I think is the Tradesman brand, maybe the trade name or the trademark on that mid-range lower priced vise. But if you will loosen these things up when you've got them loose and you want to reposition the swivel nature of your vise, you can feel those teeth as you move around if you don't have these snugged up already. You can slightly loosen them, and as you rotate you can actually feel those little teeth. When you go to tighten down, slightly tighten and wiggle the vise body just a little bit as you tighten down on your handle, and you don't have to do anything but almost finger tight with these handles. Like I say, you don't need to get a cheater bar on them or vice grips or whatever you're using to bend the things, trying to tighten down and make sure the vise don't slip. These don't slip. So quit destroying the handles. You'll wonder why. Well, these things are all, they really look like they're made out of aluminum, and they may be because they don't need to be very strong. So that's why you see a lot of vises with bent handles, including the good Wiltons. So let me take you over and show you my mid-range Wilton, and we'll explore this a little bit further. So this is the mid-range Wilton vise, and I think you can see the label down here that says Wilton. This one, the base is you know, a little bit smaller. It's definitely a smaller vise, even though it's not small by anybody's standards, I don't think. But it only has one tightening bolt on top, and again, it looks like an aluminum type handle, but you really only need to do the hand or almost even finger tightening, and you only need to loosen a couple of turns there, and you can swivel the vise around. If I hold up on this, I think you can hear the notching as it's going across those teeth on the bottom. And again, once I get it in position where I want it, I can lightly tighten it, and as I tighten down, I just slightly wiggle the body a little bit, and that's got it. That's all you've got to do. You don't have to tighten it down that hard. So over here on the bench, I've got one of the inexpensive Wilton vises, and I think I bought this one either at Home Depot or Lowe's. It doesn't say Wilton on that side, but it does on this side. So I'm going to pick it up and show you the bottom of the lower quality that you get at a big box store. There you can see it says Wilton on this side, and you can see the base. Not a big deal there, but it's just flat, no teeth, no cogs, no nothing. Even though it's got the Wilton name on it, definitely not quality. So this is the reason why these handles get bent, and this one actually has steel handles on it, probably for good reason, because you do need to tighten down on it pretty good to hold this one and keep it from moving, because it's just flat surface to flat surface on the swivel base down here. Let me get another vise and show you. So this is a little Craftsman vise, and it's got the swivel base. Look at the bottom, and you can see it actually says Japan on it, so that's even better quality, but still inferior design to what the better quality Wiltons have on them. So just a flat surface with a, looks like kind of a carriage bolt arrangement in there to go in that slot. But again, it's just pulling up on flat surfaces. There's nothing for it to really get a good hold onto. So there you have it. When you're at a flea market or you're looking at items on the internet and you see those little bent handles, you can either laugh about it or cry about it, depending on the quality of the vise that you're looking at. Because as I've shown, the better quality vises, you don't need to bend those handles, so don't do it. But in a lot of cases it's already done, so what you gonna do? Anyway, that's my little rant for the day. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like, share, thumbs up. I'll see y'all next time.